So to measure anything, you have to have certain factors, attributes, aspects, traits listed. So in case of personality measurement, you have to have the traits listed there. So after you list various traits associated with, say, your brand, something which is also not necessarily associated with your brand, because you are trying to get that consumer's feedback. Now, broadly, there are 5 areas through which the traits listing can happen. Starts with sincerity. Second is an excitement, then competence, then sophistication, and then ruggedness. I have given you one example, just a representative for you to know. So, like sincerity, if you see the store of Chroma, you feel that sincerity is strong out there. Amazon, it's all about excitement, new things every time, new offer, new this thing. Competence. So, I have given you iPhone as an example. That's a brand you see as a competent brand, etc. Mac, which is all about sophistication, and then Bolero. So it's all about ruggedness. That's overall Mahindra. So under each of this, as I was trying to tell you, you have to have various traits listed. So that is what is you see it here. There are various traits under sincerity, down to earth, small town, honest, sincere, excitement. So daring, trendy. These are some of the sub traits. Competence, so reliable, innovative, etc. So that way you see various traits under each are listed. Now this is what you take it to the consumer. So non-product related are the one: social, societal factor, environmental factor, personal upbringing, users image, etc. So those kind of aspects are brought in. Iconic symbols like RK Studio, the swoosh of Nike, etc. are the result of non-product related factors. So this is what I'm just trying to help you to understand. We are trying to overall understand how do you measure the brand personality. Okay, so list the attribute, aspects, traits, etc. divided under the 5 various aspects: sincerity, excitement, competence. This is about the brand personality: sincerity, excitement, competence, sophistication, and ruggedness. Sub traits under that, and then next aspect is the product and non-product related listing also of the factor also has to happen. Now, in that product related factors, I have earlier just given you a bird's eye view of a non-product related factor. Product related could be the look, that is the denim rugged look or the stone wash look, etc. So that kind is the look of the product. The packaging, how do you package your product? How friendly it is? How useful it is, etc. What kind of information does your packaging provide? So that is a deal. That's everything to do with the packaging from the, say, hard products like automotive also consists of how does overall experience you package, right, at the dealership, the delivery, etc. So that's the packaging, so to say. What you give in the product also is a packaging, the kind of seats, etc., the furnishing, etc., out there, and all. Color, and so color has its own power. So various colors symbolize various things. So like red gives dynamism, blue is for supposed to be a cool color. Product attributes, so anti-sludge lubricants gives the friendliness, means you are relying on that. Gusto scooters, seat adjustment gives a sense of equality. Okay, this scooter is now not out there, but yeah, okay, when it came, the various seats adjustment it offer, it gave you that sense of equality. Anybody can adjust the seat easily. So product attribute also makes a difference. You have to have a listing of it. Now, with that, you go to the customers and you try to probe where does customer think it matches, where does customer do not agree to things, etc. And that's where you will come to know, okay, what is an emerging personality of your brand. So when you do this, there are obviously certain advantages. So we can guess consumer attitude towards your brand. So that first is a big advantage. You will come to know what does customer think about you as a personality and what is the personality of your brand. It helps you to really differentiate your product. So when you do this in comparison with competition, you distinguish. Can support or enhance your positioning. It will enable you to maintain, enhance your positioning. Once you realize that this aspect is really standing tall, which differentiates you from the competition. Enables the shift self-image to ideal social self-image. So every individual is always trying to improve either his ideal image or ideal social image, or ideal social image that he wants others to look at him. So that shift you can bring in once you know the brand personality and how it connects with your consumer. Longevity, and you are able to maintain a longevity of your brand personality, which will connect existing customers. For longer, new customers will get added, etc. So that's the advantage. Brand with a distinct personality helps you to make the personality statement, and so the user is able to make brand ownership as his personality statement. So marketers can segment their market also appropriately. So various appeal of the brand is matching with certain expectations or the desires of the consumers or the target audience. So that's where you create a sync. Brand personality helps marketers to forge a relationship with the individual. You create a distinct relationship. So close-up gel even tells today when it comes to freshness. So that's a relationship that they have established. When it comes to freshness, nobody else. Sensodyne, when there is a tooth ache related problem, sensitivity. So then the Sensodyne. So that's a long-lasting relationship. User relationship may differ for the same brand. One user may look at this brand as one, the other may look at it differently. So that remains. But overall, strong brand personality will override these minor variations. Brand personality also helps you to choose the appropriate medium for communication. So based on for today's teenagers and young yuppie crowd, paper is not. They may not be touching also newspaper. So you have to be on a digital and a social media. So that's what this statement means. So brand personality and the user imagery we are trying to understand. So users of particular brand, how their image shapes up. So that's this particular section is all about. Marketer's job is to synchronize a brand's personality with the user image. User is trying to make a statement. User wants to convey things using a particular brand or the product. So that's where the marketer will like to create and synergize things for the user. So marketer can therefore play smart by expanding and retaining the same personality or taking that personality to the next level. So you constantly build your personality to the higher level. So this user who's also aspiring to come up in life will constantly see that you are upgrading as he's upgrading himself in his life, etc. So jeans users characteristics were initially that it is only for the young boy and their teenage, but later on the jeans guy, they realize that they have, by virtue of their initial this thing, they have constrained the market. They have kept the market this thing limited to the young and teenager. So how do you expand the market? Now at that stage, say for example, one jeans manufacturer came out with a smart campaign, My Smart Daddy. So it is the same teenager he is appealing, but he's telling this teenager to help his daddy look smarter, and that's where he's showing his dad also wearing the jeans which has been made by the same brand. So how see they've captured a totally different segment of the market. They have retained their existing positioning intact in the mind of the existing customers, and yet they got a larger volume. So that's what a marketer's role is, to constantly work with the personality trait, submit to it, support it, sync with it, go with it, use it. And so in this case, it is used by them to expand the market.